Oh my god, can you tell your sister? Can you tell your sister that this is our fucking podcast and she's ruining it?
You're ruining our dreams! Good morning, San Francisco. It's Eli the Snake coming at you with WCBW, episode 14, the Kool-Aid of Pokemon. Podcast. We got over here, we got Bret the Dreamer right over there. What's your catchphrase, Bret?
For the first time ever, our podcast will be in cyan, or graphite color.
Great. And here comes Christina the Skeleton, rocking on with our bones. What's your dealio, Christina?
Make a bone joke or something, Christina.
Thanks for putting me on the spot.
Yeah, that's kind of what happens when you do a live recording format, Christina. Get your fucking shit together.
No. Now here's a song from Katy Perry.
I don't want to put it in backpack.
Call it right now. You get yourself a free backpack.
And there's no shit stores in my area, Bret.
We gotta get 2 tickets for Shit Stories, a punk band from college.
Before we started this recording, I was telling you guys that Saban just put out a press release that was
Story time with Bret, everybody.
Story time with Bret.
And if you call right now at the bottom of the center of 9800-300 KRC.
Saban put out a press release. Well, it was to IGN. IGN has an exclusive first look at the new member of the Power Rangers Dino team.
How did they get
the Graphite Ranger. This marks the first time in the franchise history that a graphite color ranger has joined the group.
Oh,
it's like,
fucking
is that
shit.
really like... Now, what I was telling you guys earlier, I was like, is that really like a thing? Like, that's like, you know, some people have talked about, like, there not being a purple or orange ranger, and like those are important. Those are colors that you normally see, but this is fucking graphite. Is that even a color? Like, I thought that was just a thing. Like,
if you go into a paint store, you'll probably find it.
I guess, but yeah, and then Eli was like,
I mean, it's not black, so it's like a gray. Although the picture you sent me is way too light to be considered graphite, I think.
Oh my god, you're so I was showing you two a picture of it, and Eli, you were asking some questions about his helmet and about some, and this is what any viewer should know makes Eli seem so silly. He doesn't realize that these were all formed because magical gems were given to dinosaurs before the extinction, and those dinosaurs imbued their dinosaur energy into those crystals, which is why now the people who find the crystals get to look like the dinosaurs. God, Eli, jeez.
You know, I probably shouldn't say anything.
That's how the Ice King's ice crown was made by a magical bird.
The Ice King is my favorite Power Ranger.
No, that sounds stupid,
Spoilers.
Christina. This is Power Rangers. That's never stupid.
Don't be racist, Bret.
Don't be racist.
Yeah.
Against people of graphite skin color.
And Gunther was really a dinosaur.
From Friends?
Huh?
Gunther from Friends,
No,
yes.
Gunther from Adventure Time. The original
We could be wrong.
So, Eli, what's your topic this week?
Oh, fuck. I know you guys remember.
On the spot, bitch.
Yeah, on the spot. Boom, like that. Today I wanted to talk about the beginner's guide.
Oh, yeah. Since we had to delay the show for a while, I forgot your topic was posted.
So you guys remembered what happened in the beginner's guide and all?
I watched, I bought the beginner's guide. I got to play through that.
Yeah.
I only watched it.
Yeah, me too. And even if I watched it, though, it was probably one of the most fascinating little things. Because I take a lot of literature classes, and one of the things that I love doing in those classes is we love to take a story and try to analyze it to see how it works and why it's remembered throughout time. And I'm the kind of the artsy guy who just loves critical thinking and like applying meaning or trying to find like how art represents itself and stuff like this. So just seeing a story about observing art and taking from it what you can, and bringing yourself into someone else's art, that really goes up my alley, and I just really love all of the spoilers, by the way. spoilers. If you can, go play the game, go watch it or anything. Do what you can to get the information into your head. But pretty much the whole message is how when an artist exposes their art to the world, it doesn't necessarily become exactly his, because people are going to be open to put their own interpretations to it. In this story, it's about someone else modifying and taking the art and changing it to something that it was not meant to be, or putting a meaning there that was never meant to be there in the first place. And it kind of takes away from, just art for art's sake, just for game's sake, that he wanted to make, what the creator wanted to make in the first place. And so when I'm trying to look through walkthroughs for this game, I end up running into rather annoying, very eccentric Let's Players. And after I found one without a walkthrough, I felt like, doesn't the message sort of... don't you think the Let's Playing with the whole eccentric, hey guys, look at me, this is an interesting game we're playing, don't you think that sort of takes away and kind of contradicts the whole message of the thing, or am I thinking too hard on it?
I've been thinking about this because you sent this to me a little while ago. I think the thing is, when you make art and you put it out, and I think the thing with Coda, who's also the name of the Blue Power Ranger in this season of Power Rangers, so it's all secular. Yeah. Everything's fucking secular. So the Blue Power Ranger, he made these games, and the thing is, he made these to be pretty private. They were very small things he was making for himself that he let very few people in on. And the idea is that Davey was one of the very few trusted people to be allowed in on this, and Davey abused that. But I think the issue is on the reverse. Like, if you put art out there into a very massive area, people are going to infer from it what they choose. Like, I always talk about this. Max Landis once did a small talk where he talked about, in his movie Chronicle that he wrote. I forget the character's name, but it's Jordan B. Johnson. No, what's his name? Michael B. Jordan. Yeah. Michael B. Jordan. And the fucking Green Goblin, or whatever, from the crappy Spider-Man movie. There's this scene where Michael B. Jordan's character and that other kid, I forget his name, they're up in the air, and the other character, like Michael B. Jordan, is trying to basically talk this kid down, like he's seriously emotionally distressed, and the other kid doesn't want to hear it. He's mad, he's upset, he's ranting, he's raving. This kid is just, like, getting more and more upset, and Michael B. Jordan is like, you need to calm down, and then a bolt of lightning hits Michael B. Jordan's character, and then boom, he's dead. That's it. He's dead for the rest of the movie.
Which was sad. And it was very sad.
And Max Landis brought up that a lot of fans say that the other character, let's call him Kyle, because I think that's might have been what his name was, that Kyle induced the lightning, that he was able to manipulate this storm that they were flying through. But then Max Landis is like, no, they were in a storm. They were up high enough that they were in a storm front. And since they were higher off the ground, the lightning was more likely to hit them, so it hits Michael B. Jordan's character. It wasn't the other kid inducing electricity as like an attack. But then he says, I'm not allowed to take that away from someone, though, because I've put the art out there, and now it's for others to interpret what I've sent to them. It's not their fault that they saw it differently as mine, and to them, that is what the art is. It sucks when a creator tells someone, like, no, you got my art wrong. Like, I love...
That's a lot of that's a lot of what Tumblr does.
Ray Bradbury, I love his work, but some kids at UCLA, I believe it was, he went there for a discussion, and they're talking about Fahrenheit 451. And that book, basically, like, it's in the future, since everything's fireproof, firemen just go around gathering books and burning books. And so all these kids at UCLA were like, we really love your story, Fahrenheit 451. We love that it's this really great story about government censorship. And Ray Bradbury's like, censorship? The fuck are you talking about? My book is about television ruining the book industry. And the kids are like, no, it's not. It's a censorship piece. Like, the government is destroying anything that they think is smart and intellectual that could lead to people thinking, and they're trying to pump in this stupid entertainment that will keep the masses, like, stupid and easily corruptible and stuff like that. And Bradbury just gets enraged and yells at these kids that they don't know anything. And he leaves. He just leaves. After they've already paid him, and he just leaves the talk.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's just like, I hate to... I don't like the idea that a creator makes something, and then it is that thing, because art is all about interpretation. Mm-hmm. So when... Yeah, I don't like those types of Let's Players you talk about, but I don't think that it's wrong what they're doing. I get what you're saying. No. The message is kind of like taking art and changing it to whatever you want, but I think that the game wants to have a conversation.
But wait, the problem that I'm having is not so much that they're altering it. I'm thinking it's like the game is going to make them literally about them. When you play a Let's Play, you're watching the personality instead of actually like going and like, hey, let's actually talk about this game over here. And I think doesn't that sort of take away or kind of contradict of, hey, I'm going to take someone else's art and make it all about me? Because that's what Davey potentially does with Coda's art. He's the one who adds the lampposts to the game, and so when he's talking about, Coda must felt sad about.
Are you sure that he was the one adding the lampposts?
No, yeah, because in the letter at the end.
No. Coda says stop adding lampposts to my games, but I feel like he means symbolic lampposts. Maybe Coda put the lamppost there, but Davey is the one putting meaning and shit behind those lampposts.
Right above that message, but could you stop putting meanings that aren't meant to be there? Could you stop putting lampposts there? So, if anything, it gives the impression that, we're giving insight that Davey has modified this, because, remember, one of the places was, I'd be here for an hour waiting in the jail, so I'd be waiting for an hour, but I'm only going to skip through to this area. I'm going to change things over here for you to experience this.
Well, the whole thing with the last part of the game, the tower, spoilers, is that Davey has to modify it on the go while you're playing, mm-hmm. and Davey starts telling you, like, I'm changing this. Oh, this door doesn't open, so I'm changing the door so it does open. And, like, you realize the whole message at the end, stop modifying my games, is basically Coda saying, like, if you got here, it means you modified my shit.
And you haven't learned anything. But remember that game where they were trying to clean the house cleaning game?
Yeah.
He talks about, like, this is just a metaphor for, like, that whole giant door puzzle. But then later on in that very game, he says, like, Coda had a design where you would play this game forever. So, and that kind of contradicts the entire message that he has. It's like, because you can't, but apparently he said, you can't stay here forever. You have to go to, you have to leave eventually. But later on, he says that Coda originally had it so that house cleaning game would have you play forever, and that contradicts the message that Davey was trying to get across. It's like, if he was trying to play the house cleaning game forever, how would you eventually get out of the game? If you were meant to play that forever.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I see what you're saying. I think that I don't think that it's bad that Let's Players are going at it. I just think that I don't think it's that bad.
It reminded me of something Slowbeef said once, where he was playing the Brothers game, and he was saying, like, it was probably one of the most touching moments that ever happened in a video game. He said, I'm afraid, and maybe upset right after, because I knew there was going to be some Let's Player out there who was going to end up talking or making stupid jokes over it and kind of lessening the experience for anyone else experiencing that the first time.
Okay, yeah, that I agree with. Mm-hmm. I think that it's fine that they exist. I do agree that it's like, yeah, it does suck that people are like, whoa, welcome to Ryan's Wacky Game Corner. Today we're playing the Beginner's Guide.
Well, especially when most Let's Plays dim down the audio so you can't hear it as well, so you kind of experience the game.
I saw this one Let's Player who was wearing,
although
I
mean, to be honest, that's kind of, I feel like that's kind of really up to the person watching the Let's Play. Like, I feel like if you really want to experience the game, then play it, then go back to the Let's Player and watch them and how they experience the game.
I once saw this Let's Player who's wearing this, like, super vibrant, like, outfit, super bright, and then he's, like, wearing these glasses that were, like, bright pink lenses and stuff. He's like, welcome! Today we're gonna play this amazing game called Grow Home! And then I'm like, just X, like, I'm just like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this.
It's like, hey everybody, I'm David the Armadillo. Tonight we're gonna read Ernest Hemingway's A Farewell to Arms.
I want my Let's Players... like inside Llewyn Davis, just like you go in and there's like a small web camera on in the side corner and they're just sitting there smoking and like they just take a drag and they just go like, fuck this, and they just turn the game off and they just start like crying and drinking booze. That's the Let's Play I'm gonna watch.
One time, like I think Slow Beef, I think he tweeted this out, was just like there was a Let's Play of a guy, like, you know how they put face cameras in the corner of the game?
Yeah.
It was reversed. It was most of the video was of him playing the game, and the game itself was in the corner on the side over there.
Okay.
That sounds like what people get mad with women on Twitch. Some women will do that. They'll put themselves because they're very
well endowed,
blessed in the chest region.
Very well endowed.
There you go. Thank you for saying it better than I did.
They got the big boobies.
They got the titties. And they'll make themselves the main shot, and they'll make the game the secondary shot.
Yeah, that's it's kind of like it's a funny thing where it's like it's more about we have a game, but more about me. I guess that's why, like, in certain circumstances with certain games, it works out well. But it's just like sometimes you want to enjoy the game itself. I get that,
But I think that Let's Plays are 90% the personality,
with
10% the game.
But with like
maybe
Undertale,
25.
like I watched Bret play it, and we were just playing it just to see what it was about, and then
Pacifist
and then I
too.
went into like Game Grumps, Steam Train's thing, just to see what
are they doing. Steam Train? Are they doing Pacifist?
They're doing Pacifist.
Okay, everyone's doing Pacifist.
Because Pacifist has the better ending.
Well, Pacifist is also the more interesting. Like, choice.
The world doesn't hate you, too.
Well, it's also just like, we've played so many RPGs where you just, there's a monster, beat it to death with this bat you found. Or, like, we've had so many of those that it's actually really interesting when it's more like, the Tsundere plane. You have to tell the Tsundere plane that you love it, and then the Tsundere plane is like, I don't even care, but thanks, whatever. I do love that there's a monster called the Tsundere plane.
Like, I remember in Earthbound, what it's a lot was based off of. It's like you get to fight a dog with a bat.
Nice.
That's fucked up. At least with like
that's Michael Vick.
No, Michael Vick forced other dogs to. I'm not even gonna bother correcting you on that.
I love how you're just like, Bret, get the dogs being beaten to death in the correct order, okay?
He was a Pokemon master, Bret. Not Earthbound player.
Wow. Okay. Thanks, Eli.
This Phone podcast was brought to you by Madden 06. Or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, Madden 06 coming out in 2015.
Yep.
Woohoo.
Yeah. Go buy the game. It's like 2 cents in GameStop.
Or trade it in for $0. Like, you'll owe GameStop money. So, what's up?
Do you think I was a bit too, like, about the
harsh on Let's Players?
Yeah, on that circumstance?
I don't think so, because I get what you're trying to say. I would say be careful that you're not just like, there's kids today. But at the same time, I get what you're saying. It's like...
Basically, it boils down to you should never base a game off of a Let's Play video.
You know, Riff Tracks doesn't do riffs on, like, Bridge of Spies. Like,
exactly.
They know the point that you gotta cut off.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's exactly. I think you said it better than I ever could. It's like you don't pick up like I wanted to say something more like, that joke was going to be they don't do a Riff Tracks, or they didn't do Mystery Science Theater 3000 on Schindler's List. But then I'm comparing The Beginner's Guide to a movie about the Holocaust. Maybe I should wind myself back a little. What about that Holocaust game that could have made?
Yeah. Nice. He's making a joke.
Okay.
So, Christina, what's your topic?
guess I could talk about Crimson Peak and how much of an okay movie it was.
Yeah, that's the best review.
It's okay.
Like, it got beaten by fucking Goosebumps on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, which is the amazing thing. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Wait, time out. What?
Goosebumps got a 75 on Rotten Tomatoes, and Twin Peaks. Crimson Peak got a 69 or 68.
Goosebumps is supposedly turned into an algorithm better than Crimson Peaks in terms of arbitrary number system.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like
but like I hate when people go like, "Oh, it's arbitrary number." It's like you can read those reviews. Like that's what lazy assholes who don't then go into the page and then go like, "Okay, so what do these reviewers say?" I'm just saying I didn't expect Goosebumps to get any positive reviews, and then Goosebumps is everyone's coming out like, "It's fucking great," and I'm just like, "What the fuck?"
It's a Lego movie of our time.
Yeah, that's what I was not expecting. But Crimson Peak, yeah,
But
I don't know who this is built for. Who is this movie for? Because they tried to market it like, oh, it's Halloween. But this isn't a horror movie. It's not a horror movie. It's a mystery movie.
It's like it's a mystery movie.
I mean,
with
I know,
some horror elements in it.
I know it's supposed to be gothic horror or gothic romance.
Kind of.
But, like, it looks pretty. But,
The
like, then
ghosts
the
were
ghosts...
fucking awesome.
The ghosts were
Oh
great.
my
I
God.
still think one of my favorite shots is when Tom Hiddleston is explaining how drafty the house is and how some of the mud is... I love when he's explaining how the mud is seeping up through the house and he pushes down on a piece of wood at his feet and you see the mud start to seep. I just thought that was a really great set design. But yeah, this is just a very movie. Like Christina, you looked at me after we saw this movie and you're like, so what'd you think? I was like, and you're like, yeah, right? Like,
yeah, it was.
Yeah, all right, awesome.
Because I honestly was expecting more from the story. Like I was expecting like
some type of supernatural
like monster.
thing.
What's the name of that movie? The 3D animated one about the
Monster
is it
House?
Monster House?
Monsters Incorporated.
Yeah, I was thinking like a combination of like Monster House and Machine for Pigs, where like these two siblings feed people to their like deteriorating house in order to appease it.
I mean, they keep doing things where the house is like making noises like "Get out!" and then they're like, "Oh, that's just the wind," and then like turns out it really was just the wind yelling at her to get out. Like, but then they're like, I think the thing that also irked me was like the ghosts that are just there so that they could have had them in the trailers. It kind of felt like there's no reason for the ghosts. Also, so early in the movie, like first 2 minutes, her mom's ghost is like, beware Crimson Peak, which means her mom's a dick, because her mom was like, you find out later on in the movie, way later, Crimson Peak is the name of the house that she moves into.
Well, it's the nickname they give the house
it's the nickname
in the winter.
For the fucking house. It's normally called like, it's something like, what's it called, Christine? Like,
I don't know,
something Hills,
something.
Is Crimson Peak like the name that the realtor like gives to like the people who are trying to buy it?
It's what the townspeople call the house.
Although you'd think
but
she'd
the real
hear
house
if that
is
is a name for that house, you think she would hear that from them, unless they don't mention it, maybe. But like,
yeah, it's just like,
this is our lovely murder house.
Yeah, and like, so the townsfolk call it Crimson Peaks. But like but it's normally just called like Crowley Manor. I know Crowley Manor is something else, but let's just call
Crowley
it that.
is
So she moves into Crowley Manor, and then someone's like, "Oh, you should see it in this winter. The snow turns red. That's why they call it Crimson Peak."
Why would the snow turn red?
Because of the
they
soil
have, like,
that the house is built
red
on.
Clay in the ground.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But like,
that they bury people in. Which
it's
is
just
why
like,
the
I
ghosts
turn to
are
Christina when she finds out that it's Crimson. The house is called Crimson Peak. I'm like, man, her mom's ghost is a dick, because her mom's like, don't go to Crowley Manor. It's like if my mom was like, Bret, don't go to apartment 1-8, and I'm like, apartment 1-8 where? And then like the ghost just disappears, and it's just like, for the rest of your life, just don't go to any apartment 1-8. Like.
Well, and then she was also a kid when that happened, so, like, how the fuck's the kid supposed to be like, okay, Mom.
Well, she did for some reason. Also, it's just like I think the thing that also irked me in this movie was just how everyone was so nonchalant about the horrible things happening around them.
Yeah. What time period does this take place in?
Like late 18th or the late 19th century, Christina, you'd say? Or was it early 20th century?
Victorian or Edwardian?
Oh, fuck, like I'm gonna know that.
I
think it's late 1900s.
Okay, so that's Edwardian.
But like there's this big plot twist that happens in the movie where like she finds out what's been happening and who all these women who she may or may not be the ghost that she sees, what happened to them and blah blah. And like she's listening to this recording and the recording's like, "Get out, they're going to kill you." And then she's like, "Really? Oh no."
Yeah,
and I'm just like,
Edwardian.
"Bitch, get out of the house!" Like just the main character, she just has no emotion the entire movie. She's just like, "Oh no, they're going to kill me. How awful."
Okay.
Well,
here's a weird
bother.
reference I'm gonna make. Anime Club went a few days ago. We were introduced to this Mobile Suit Gundam Wing. The lead female character.
Falls in love with Tom Hiddleston. Okay.
Yeah.
See how this is going.
Relena, she has some weird reactions to this guy who says, "I'm going to kill you." She's like, "What? Wow, he is so mysterious. What type of secrets is he holding?"
Oh, is that what's his face threatening her? The main
Hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Main character dude.
The main character Hero threatens to kill her, and he's like,
She's
that's
just
so
like,
mysterious.
I wonder what
Do you think he loves me?
What is he thinking right now? And he's just like,
Does
I'm pretty
he
sure
love
he's
me?
thinking about killing you the next time he sees you.
So, anything else you want to add about Crimson Peak, Christina? I know I talked a lot.
It was a very pretty movie.
It was very pretty. It was gorgeous, but unlike
Because it had Tom Hiddleston in it.
Yeah, it had Tom Hiddleston in it. But
You
unlike
got to see some Hiddle-Butt.
yeah, Hiddle-Butt. Great. But unlike what do you?
That's the
call
title
them?
of this episode.
Hiddle-Butt.
We got to see some Hiddle-Butt.
What do you call? Pacific Rim.
I think we
Unlike
started a
Pacific
joke.
Rim, that like was very anime inspired, where this is like very like gothic horror and stuff like inspired. I felt like Pacific Rim had a decent plot, whereas this was just like, look at how pretty it is.
Look at this
the acting
stuff.
was okay. I
Isn't it
guess.
neat?
It's just-
I mean, I guess people in the Edwardian era were a little bit more...
I mean, but like, get out, they're trying to kill you. Oh, bother. Oh, terrible.
You're turning into like Winnie the Pooh. Oh, bother.
Yeah.
Oh, bother.
Thank you. Oh, bother.
Piglet. Ah, good talk, guys. Good talk.
Good talk.
Yeah, that was a good topic, Christina.
Yay.
Yay, Hiddle-Butt.
So, my topic this week is...
Power Rangers.
Today
So-
for show and tell.
No, wait. It's Star Wars.
So, no, that's... So,
How many
on
times
Monday
did you
night,
watch the new trailer, Brett?
Let him talk. You know, he
on
doesn't like
Monday
when you
night,
interrupt it.
on Monday night, I watched The Giants for 45 minutes, which
Oh,
was
good for you.
terrible.
Oh, so it is Star Wars.
And then after like 18 fucking commercial breaks, finally they put up a trailer for Star Wars.
Was your dad really happy that you're watching sports with him?
Hey,
I already watched sports with my dad. I just don't really like football because football takes a while. Like
Football's
at least
boring.
with-
Football has people
not
tackling
boring,
each
it's
other.
just-
Well, okay, football's confusing.
It's like, I don't know the rules of football, but I look at it going like, yeah, you hit him.
I actually really enjoy watching baseball because baseball, there's no like bullshit running out the clock or
Baseball's
like.
kind of boring.
I love baseball.
You got a guy with a bat hitting stuff.
And but fucking football is boring as shit. So but especially when it's like a lame. Oh, this game was kind of lame. And they get to the trailer. Trailer was amazing. I have probably watched
Is that
the
when you
trailer
stopped watching?
Oh yeah, no, I walked out after the trailer was done. Like
Bye,
immediately
Dad. I'll go and disappoint you more.
Immediately when they cut out and they're like, Star Wars, and go get your tickets now. I'm like, okay. I rushed in. I got tickets for an IMAX showing at like 7 o'clock on Thursday. I'm probably actually I've been thinking about it. Probably reserving like Friday tickets too.
Oh, you want to go see it Friday?
Yeah,
Thursday
and Friday.
I thought you said Saturday.
Probably Saturday. Yeah, probably Saturday.
What happens if it sucks?
He's still gonna watch it twice. Well, first off, I wouldn't mind watching the movie in not 3D.
Yeah. No, the second time I'm gonna go with the SNED. No, here's the thing, Eli. Here's the thing. Like, I'm also a very big Superman fan.
You almost sound a little condescending when you say, "Here's the thing, Eli."
Here's the thing, Eli. I'm a big Superman fan, and when Man of Steel came out, I denied the fact that it was bad for like probably a week.
Oh, was it bad?
It because Christina, you were even there when I was like, I think the thing I said that was the most damning was I said, well, it makes me really interested what they're going to do with this property in the future, which is like basically just saying, well, this one sucked, but maybe next time.
It's like what you would say if the first Avengers sucked.
Yeah, like, oh, well, next time they're going to get it right.
Next time, get it? Next time.
But I'm just curious, because this is like Star Wars. I never really thought I was that obsessive about any universe, maybe comic books. But then, like, I'm sitting with Christina, and then Christina, like, picks up this image that's, like, a bunch of different starships from Star Wars, like, all fighting. She's like, okay, name these starships. I'm like, well, that's an A-Wing, a B-Wing, a Y-Wing, a TIE Interceptor, Darth Vader's TIE Fighter. That's an AT-AT, that's an AT-ST, that's a speeder bike.
He knows the difference between a regular TIE Fighter and Darth Vader's TIE Fighter.
And a TIE Interceptor.
Yep.
Wow, that's awesome.
I even know what an AT-AT stands for.
What does it stand for?
All-terrain attack vehicle. All-terrain attack. Oh, what the fuck is the
final T for? He's choking.
Oh, no. Transport! Transport! Yes!
You saved
I got it! Which is why I was actually really annoyed. I was watching Star Wars Rebels, which is a brand new cartoon that's pretty great. And they're fighting an AT-AT, and they blow it up. And they only showed the cockpit where there was the two pilots and a commander behind them, and it showed them all like getting out and getting on a speeder and driving away. Here's the thing: AT-ATs support like 20 troops, so where'd the other like fucking 17 guys go? Whatever. My topic this week is, what are the universes, like Star Wars is that universe for me, but what are the universes that you guys are obsessive about, that you know everything? You're like, oh yeah, that's the B-Wing. The B-Wing is kind of like a vertical wing, and it kind of has bifolds.
I'm like that with a lot of series.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I wanted it, because you have a lot.
You say that like me, you.
I mean, I think most of the ones that I'm really like into, I don't know everything, but
is that a lie?
Huh?
Is that a lie?
That is a lie. That is a lie.
I don't know everything. I know most things, but not everything.
You just started this fucking podcast telling us about how Gunther is actually a dinosaur from prehistoric
times. That was in an episode. You know how much subtext that show has?
That was in an episode.
Hey, in the Tumblr fandom, I'm like a casual fan.
Yeah, well, in the Tumblr fandom, everyone's fucking casual compared to guy like, I took a hot iron and burned Finn's face into my side.
Because I love myself.
Oh, man. But yeah.
Undertale. You already have fucking fan theories about who Papyrus and Sans' father is.
No, that was somebody's fan theory. I don't even know how you find that.
Is it Marowak?
Dude. Huh?
Is it Marowak?
No, it's some guy who talks in wingdings.
What's a wingding?
Or that font with the weird symbols.
That's what I call my penis.
Oh, okay.
He talks.
There's a lot that you like that. Like I think comic books, but the thing with comic books is that like there's a lot of like, as much as like
There's a lot of that
really
you don't read because there's just a lot.
There's a lot of like a douchey people out there who are like, oh, you don't know that Superman fought this guy. But it's like there's a lot of times you're just gonna give up on certain series because they suck or they have a run that sucks, or there's like I mean, like I gave up on Spider-Man after one more day. I was so bored of that franchise, I just gave up.
So did everyone else.
Well, no, there's a lot of apologists for that franchise, like that series now.
I can imagine.
Yeah, that's what's that. It's like Star Wars. Now we're getting to a point where it's now cool to be like, everyone hates the prequels, but I'm the only one who knows what's really up. Here's my video about it, and their video is just like they look pretty, and it's like, oh, that's great. What about that part where Anakin's like, I hate sand. It's of course. And irritating. Unlike you.
Oh, man.
I love College Humor put up a thing about the top 10 reactions you're going to hear people say after Star Wars comes out. And one of them was, it's better than the prequels. And then the subtext for that is, wow, it's better than the prequels? It's better than that franchise of movies where one character says, I hate sand. It's so coarse and irritating. Unlike you. Wow, J.J. Abrams. Congratulations on clearing the lowest hurdle possible.
We have fun here.
But yeah, no, like, there's a lot in comics you can't watch or can't read because there's just too much.
That's why I like very short, contained stories.
How many Spider-Man books? Well, that's why I think for comics, if you're like that, like you are, you need to read more of like the independent stuff, Wicked and Divine, 100 Bullets.
Where are we gonna find 100 Bullets?
Wait,
it's America.
I can't think of some other ones. I know Wicked and Divine was one that I was reading last year. There is stuff that's good that's from the Normals guys, like Miss Marvel's great. I've heard Sex Criminals is really good.
Sex Criminals
is a great concept for a book, and I really want to read it, which is that there's like very rarely in our society, if two people have sex, they'll discover that they have some type of superpower that can only be activated when they climax with each other.
That's, what?
And so this man and this woman discover that they can stop time when they climax, when they're having sex with each other. So they use this to start robbing banks, and then it's like this like very like Bleach-esque premise where now they have to start fighting off these like sex cops who are able to like they have their own sex powers.
I have a question. What if one comes before the other one?
Then I guess they got to try again.
All right.
Okay.
Like what happens if they both like?
But I've heard a lot about like how good that series is because it's like it's a very ridiculous premise, but it's really having fun with it.
That's always good.
So, yeah, Eli, any universe like that you're super obsessed with? You're having sex to stop time?
Simpsons.
That is, yeah, you quote that a lot.
Yeah. Indubitably, around the house, I never lift a finger.
Did you ever see this comic done by Rebecca Sugar that involves Simpsons quotes?
Oh. Really?
You might have seen this and not have known it was Rebecca, because I saw this like years ago.
Let me try to find it.
Either when Steven Universe was just coming out, which is like 2 years ago or so, or before then.
It looked like something she did in college.
Yeah, I've seen this floating around the internet.
Don't cry for me, I'm already dead.
It's this comic about like this kid whose friend has a stroke, and the only way they can talk is
he's in a
through
bad
Simpsons
car accident.
quotes. Bad car accident. And the only way they can talk is through Simpsons quotes, because that's the only thing he can understand. So, like in his state.
Remembers.
Well, I'm looking at it right now, and like, wow.
Most things miss the last panel.
Well, most people miss that it's fucking Rebecca Sugar who made that, because I didn't know that.
It's on the thing though.
I never knew that was a Rebecca Sugar joint.
A Rebecca Sugar joint.
She also...
I want to see Rebecca Sugar remake Do the Right Thing.
What about Friday? With Steven Universe characters.
Okay, yeah. I know you're not a gem man. I know this. But you know what? I'm going to take you to space today. You know why? Because it's Friday. You ain't got a job. And you ain't got shit to do today.
You know, I don't know any quotes from Friday other than it's a movie. And I know that Grandpa from Boondocks loves it because his actor was in there.
Yeah. I believe his name is Reese Witherspoon.
Reese Witherspoon, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do know a lot about Simpsons because you got retweeted by Movie Bob a little while ago for that perfect joke about the New Yorker.
It's like, I've watched so much Simpsons as a kid, like, every day anything remotely reminds me of a Simpsons reference. Just anything. I can't think of one right now because I'm on the spot.
I'm only going to pick up the New Yorker for the article on Lenny.
Yeah. That was the episode where Apu was caught cheating on his wife. And so,
really?
Yeah. The
How do you know that? Jesus, fuck. But then, to be fair, someone could be, like, Christina could ask me any Star Wars question right now, and I'd have a 50-50 of getting it right.
Okay, who's Darth Vader's son?
That's Luke Skywalker.
Oh my god, he's amazing.
I love that. I think my favorite Simpson quote is when they're walking out of The Empire Strikes Back, and then Homer's like, "Wow, who would have ever thought Darth Vader was Luke Skywalker's father?"
Oh,
and the guy in line,
dude,
and then the guy in line is like, "God damn it!"
I remember that episode. I believe that was the one where Marge was pregnant with Bart.
Yeah, I think it's the one where they're going over like their relationship through the years.
Yeah.
So, what's your question, Christina? Although, to be fair, I once had to
name
me
all
Christina
of those.
Name all
They
of those.
can't see this, Christina. It's an audio podcast on the radio.
But I can name a couple of these as long. But these look shitty because
because they're Minecraft.
Yeah, that's Luke Speeder. Like, these are fucking terrible looking. There's Republic ships, which means prequels, which means I don't want to fucking talk about this shit.
Okay, so for those who may not know, Bret is looking at a Minecraft style model of ships.
The front ends of a lot of ships from Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
especially the prequels.
Remember when we did that trivia at that Barnes & Noble and they had expert trivia for Star Wars and you're like, you'll probably get some of this. I'm like, maybe. And I pick it up and I'm just like, fuck. They were just like, the only one I got was like, who's the costume designer that created Boba Fett's costume? And I'm like, oh, that's Joe Johnson. Like, that was like the one I got.
Oh, wow. I don't think I could do like that well with Simpsons either.
Okay,
Simpsons is my Star Wars.
That's a TIE Interceptor, I believe. Yeah, that's a TIE Interceptor.
Simpsons is my Star Wars. Anything after season 11 is my prequels.
Top row, it's TIE Interceptor, Y-Wing, Slave One.
Oh my god,
and the bottom row is an Imperial shuttle, and then that's a Star Destroyer.
Mm-hmm. It's be impressive.
Do those actually destroy stars?
No, that's the title for them.
That's not
Slave One is not a literal slave.
That's kind of
actually, is it Slave One or is it Slave 2? I forget.
Wow,
Let me check.
Wow, you should know this shit.
Well, it might have changed when they fucking added Jango Fett and fucking fuck me. Well, okay, because there's actually a joke in Star Wars. Yeah, it's Slave One.
See, you were right all along.
Yay!
There's a joke in in the original Star Wars, A New Hope. There's a couple of stormtroopers running after Han Solo,
yes.
And one of them, and it's kind of a classic joke. They're running after him, but one of the stormtroopers missed his cues because he couldn't see with the helmet, so his head smashes on the door, and they kept that shot in the actual movie. And, like, he just plays it off and he keeps going, but he noticeably smashes his head on the door. And so, in fucking Attack of the Clones, when Jango Fett is running away from Han Solo, he runs into his version of Slave One, and as he's walking in, he does the same movement where he hits his head on the top of the door, and they add an audible, like, cartoonish, like, ding!
Boing!
And then he, like, gets in, and I'm like, is this guy supposed to be the most feared bounty hunter in the world, or in the universe, or is, like...
Wow.
Yeah, the prequels are a fucking joke. Like...
Did they add in a Goofy scream, too?
Or a Wilhelm scream or something. It is always interesting, though, thinking about, like, what is your like universe that you're so like well in tune with. Like I even know stupid shit like at the beginning of A New Hope, Luke is looking at the different droids. There's a red service droid and a blue service droid, R2D2. Mm-hmm. And he's going for the red one, and then the red one fries out, and so he just takes R2D2. But there's actually a backstory where the red droid was somewhat force sensitive and could tell that R2D2 was the one who was going to help Luke meet his destiny. Uh-huh. It was the will of the Force, so he had to destroy himself.
Good.
Yeah.
I like the part in The Simpsons where Homer basically makes a wish on a wishbone that Flanders' business for left-handed people would go out of business, and it does.
What about the fact that Homer was supposed to be Krusty the Clown?
Oh, yeah. I remember that one.
I always wondered that, why Homer and Krusty looked so familiar, like looked so similar. And then, if you didn't know, early on, this story was going to turn that it turns out Krusty is Homer, and that was going to be like how Bart earns his respect for his father. But they just never went with that because they thought it would like cut out too many possibilities for stories.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So, that's the end of our show, Bob. Hey, Christina, where the hell are you?
At my same place.
Tell it for people who don't have to watch it the first
time. Yeah. Cocoa Arts.
Cacao
Arts at Tumblr.com.
Kiko.
There you go. Oh my god.
Poo-poo Arts. Caca Arts.
Coco's Magic Delivery Service.
Yeah, whatever.
There's a Kiko. I don't know what anime is.
I didn't even watch that movie, and I know what it is.
Okay, you fucking weeb. Okay, yeah, cool. Tell me
Coco.
God.
I'm just gonna be sitting here doing my Miyazaki cosplay where I take a drag of a cigarette and I go, anime is fucking...
I love that
anime
meme.
Is fucking trash.
You even messed up the meme. How do you mess up a meme, dude?
Anime was a mistake. It's all trash. I still love... I love the anime as a mistake meme.
I saw this one anime clip of like a girl passing a football, a dodgeball to another girl, and she catches it in the most awkward way and just tosses it, and her arms are all chunky spaghetti. And just someone right under that wrote down, "Anime was a mistake."
I love that there was this.
Bret, is anime real?
Anime is real, Christina.
No.
It would break my heart to tell her that anime isn't real. Alright, and I'm at 1T Bret, and Eli, you're at Bass Clef Eli.
Bass Clef Eli on YouTube, Tumblr, Twitter, Grindr, Tonka Trucks,
Foursquare,
Halls,
Tinker Friends,
Tookalooks,
Blurgagons,
Neopets,
Gobblegoops,
Bliggerdins,
Brian O'Tonnell's word association game,
and Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Neopets.
And Neopets.
Yeah. We'll trade Neopets with each other. You do that in Neopets, right?
No, now what you do is you go onto their forums and you post fucking disgusting hardcore pornography.
Oh my god.
Wait, you actually checked this?
You do that?
No, that's... I just saw all the articles about it.
Oh, okay. Okay, Bret.
Neopets, you talk about, like, how come no one ever talks about Neopets anymore, guys? Let's make a forum about it.
Did you feed your Neopets for when you were a kid? Are they dead now?
Mine's probably fucking dead right now.
Well, before we go, let me just say this. If you ever travel back in time, don't step on anything, because even the tiniest change can alter the future in ways you can't imagine.
Bum, 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 bum.
Oh my god!
Yeah, you didn't talk about Back to the Future?
Oh, we didn't talk about Back to the Future at all. You want to record? You want to keep recording? You want to record an extra part?
We don't have to record anything about Back to the Future. We're going to fucking talk about Back to the Future. Maybe we should stop recording.
Oh,
I kept going.
Yeah, me too.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, this is a weird thing.
Awkward.